So sorry if you're just tuning into this recording. If you're watching it now, I was actually on the road, so I just got on my computer. We're finishing up, but I will definitely make sure I give you access to the information of everything we talked about before this point. Okay. So now, events and trips. Three types of events. First event, we do 1 to 3 events every year. The first event is a conference, right? We do that once a year. Then we did a retreat one, like we did one in Atlanta. We rented a mansion in Atlanta, and then we had fun. The first night we had like a dinner. The next day we had our, during the morning session, we had our training component, and then we did like a pool event. We had food on the grill. We had videographers following us. We had breakfast the next morning. So it's just super dope. It's more of an intimate one. Usually that's going to be the one where everybody doesn't go. But if it's going to be a lot of people, we'll just rent cabins somewhere, or we'll rent some mansions. But we like to kind of like stay within that. Worst case scenario, if everybody can't fit in the mansion because there's way too many people, we do another mansion, then other people would pay a different price to, you can come, you can stay in whatever hotel and just come over to the mansion. Any events and trips that we do, the educational component is covered. You would never have to pay for a ticket. So always remember that. If you see me, not me partnered with somebody else, but if it's my event, I'm doing a conference, I'm doing a event in another country or whatever it is, you won't have to pay for the training component. You'll pay for your travel and stuff, but you're not going to pay for the training component. So never buy those tickets unless it's like me and somebody else is partnered up. Then it's not just mine. But anything you guys, all of your conference, if I'm doing a digital challenge and I'm doing something, any type of events, your tickets are always covered with that. Okay. And the third type of event is vacation. All right. So Donna will remember this kind of stuff. We used to, a part of we was in network marketing together, and we would do something called team trips. So I kind of brought that over here, right? So once a year we look to do a vacation style, maybe there's some island, some all-inclusive. You can bring your families, your friends, whoever. And then one of the days, of course, for a few hours, we would have an educational component, conference style. All right. So that's the fifth component. The sixth component of the program is our affiliate program. So once you become an Insiders Club member or a mastermind member, automatically you are an affiliate. So you will get paid to refer people. As of right now, I don't have the affiliate links. I didn't use it because it's at this point, it's just not enough consistency, meaning people are consistently doing it every month. Now, there's always random people, giving out, making referrals. But basically how we do it right now is really simple, y'all. You can use the same links. Like, you can just contact me and just say, hey, I have a friend who wants to do this, whether we set up a call with them or if we just send them the link and they join, you will get a referral. Also, I do free workshops on Thursdays. On Thursdays, I always offer 5 people an opportunity to get a promo price. So that's another thing. If you want them to kind of see what the mentorship is about, you can always invite them to a Thursday. I would just say like this. Let's say if Damaris is inviting somebody, Damaris would just say, hey, JD, just let you know, I invited my good friend. Well, once she sees that he's on, like I invited my good friend, Joan. Joan is on. And just want to let you know that Joan, may be looking, if Joan joins, that this is my person, right? And then at the end, Joan joins, Joan joins, Joan joins, Joan. I'm trying to say Joan joins, right? So Joan joins, and then cool. I see it. I said, okay, cool. She's in. She paid X amount of dollars. You get up to 20%, right? So if people pay the regular promo price of $14.97, right, 20%, you get $300 for every referral, right? The mastermind program, they pay a lot more. So yeah, I mean, these people pay like up to $10,000. You literally could get $2,000 just for a referral. So I'm really big on, people having the ability to make money many different ways. And I also would love if everybody who joined could at least make their money back by referrals. So basically you got the program and it didn't come out of your pocket. It's like, all right, cool, man. I came in, I joined, I paid X amount of dollars. I referred X amount of people. I made my money back and life is great. Right now I just have free access to the program. Also, so that's that, right? So that is the basic 6 components of the program. Anybody have any questions about that so far? So you guys get that? You guys kind of get what's going on? If you got it, just go in the chat and just drop a 1. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and unmute real quick and ask before we move to the next thing. Donna's cool. Marcus is cool. Sandra is cool. I'm just looking for the ones. You got to put a one or ask a question, by the way. All right. Leah is cool. Or okay. All right, cool. All right. So it seems like everybody got it. So that's what you guys have. If you are a person, so and I want to talk, I'll take about 5. I don't want to take too much time talking about this, but I'll talk about the mastermind because sometimes people don't really know. Most people don't even know there is a mastermind. It's not something that I really push out there. It's more of a high level mentorship program. But all of you as Insiders Club members, you always get a discount upgrading to the mastermind if it's something that you want to do. So let me explain what the difference of the mastermind and a mentorship is. The mentorship, if you're a person like, hey, you just want to learn Airbnb and you're okay with watching the videos, going through those videos and watching everything and executing and jumping on the calls. See, on the calls, I'm not going to go through Airbnb from A to Z. On the calls today, I may be talking about furnishing. Tomorrow, I may be talking about communicating with guests. Next week, I may be talking about finding a property, right? So it's just going to be random stuff. It's not me going through it in chronological order from A to Z. For that, you would watch the Airbnb overview. Right. But if you are a person like, yeah, I can watch the videos, I'll tap into the calls, I can ask questions, I'll use all the other resources, then the Insiders Club is perfectly for you. The mentorship, which is the Insiders Club, is perfectly fine for you. Whether you want to get 1 unit, 3 units, 5 units, 20 units, right? If you also just want to learn about the thing, Airbnb, trucking, Turo, trading, you want to just kind of learn that stuff, the Insiders Club, the mentorship is just for you. The mastermind is a little bit different. With the mastermind, number one, it's more of a direct mentorship from me. And with the Airbnb, when talking about Airbnb, I actually take about 4 weeks and I actually go through the process live from A to Z. Okay. So it's like you get that from A to Z. Plus, you still get to go through like the Airbnb overview and all that stuff just for extra information. But if you're a person like you want to be on calls like this, where I'm like, hey, I'm going through it from front end to back end, then that's when you want to join the mastermind, right? Also, mastermind has more inclusions. So I'm actually in the process of restructuring it, which is great for you all and great for the people that are already a part of it. Because I'm restructuring it, I give a price that is not the real price. So the price of the mastermind is $10,000, right? It's a $10,000 program, or you can do, because it's divided into 2 things. So with the mastermind, what it does is you not only learn Airbnb, right, from front end to back end, you not only learn that, you're going to get inclusions. Like right now, I have a team where we are making a Airbnb funnel, which is like a website. So basically now, as a mastermind member, you will already have a website created for you. Like I give it to you, you will change basic stuff. Like if you want to change any pictures, if you want to change, your purpose statement, like you'll make slight changes, but it's already done. So now when you go and, you go to the banks or you go to these buildings, hey, what's your website? You say, hey, here's my website. Right now, you actually have a website. They go there, it looks it, it's professional. It has, some general pictures like that. That's something that's going to be delivered to you. That's going to be a deliverable that you will get. Right. Another thing that's going to be included in the mastermind is business credit, one-on-one business credit coaching calls. If you don't have an LLC, you would have a coaching on getting your LLC. Like they'll walk you through the process of getting your LLC. You'll also get, trying to think of some other stuff that you get as deliverable. So you get that kind of stuff, right? But also here's like where a lot of people love the mastermind. The mastermind also, there's the phase 1 component is Airbnb. Phase 2 component is digital marketing. So this is where I teach you how to create digital products, right? So you can create ebooks, you can create courses. If you want to have your own mentorship program, and this is not only for Airbnb. So I did it in a way where if a person that's thinking, I want to learn Airbnb, I want to go get some units, but eventually I want to bring in some extra money. I'm going to start Airbnb. I'm going to go get 1, 2, 3 units. I want to drop an ebook and have some ebook money coming in. I want to create a course and have some course money coming in. So that's why I teach you the thing first, which is Airbnb. But some of you Airbnb may be the thing for you. That's like, hey, I just want to get some extra properties, make some money. But maybe you are already in real estate. Maybe you already have a credit business. Maybe you do construction. Maybe you have a hair company. Maybe you already have something. So phase 2 would be good for you too, because I teach you how to do exactly what I do with my Airbnb business. I teach you my strategies. I teach you how to create a course. I teach you about funnels. I teach you about, creating, your different offers, whether you want to sell something for $14 or $20,000. I teach you how to structure it. I give you presentations, and you get a lot of deliverables with that too. We use funnels, y'all. So nowadays we use something called funnels, okay? And because websites are really like outdated, right? So everybody use funnels. So it costs literally, like, you can pay anywhere between, I would say, $1,000 to $2,500 to get a funnel created. I've paid that many of times. So what I do is, for my people that are in my mastermind, I literally give you my funnels. So you already have it. All you have to do is edit it. And I even have an option for my team to edit it for you, right? At least one of them. You can do the other ones on your own. You can pay somebody else separately, but it literally will save you $1,000 because you already have these things created, right? I give you my text and email automations, because when you're doing stuff, if you're selling a course or ebooks, you want to have emails and text messages going out. I give you that. I teach you how to do a presentation, right? I like, in case you want to do what I do, like I do weekly webinars, I do free workshops. You don't have to do it for free. You can do something once a month and charge people. So the mastermind is that. It's like, it's for people who you want to learn the thing, but you also want to create some digital products. You also want to bring some other passive incomes. You also want more of a direct mentorship. You also want to go through the Airbnb process live. So that is the big difference in things. So like I said, mastermind is usually $10,000, but what I've done is I've allowed the people from the Insiders Club, right, to join for $3,500, right, upgrade, right? I recently upped it to $5,000 because now most of the stuff are done. And the reason I gave the lower price is because I still have my team perfecting. Like, I don't want you guys to get what's it called? Like a funnel that's not like that. This is the perfect funnel, right? So that they're editing things. So with that being said, I gave everybody who's in the Insiders Club that's inside the mastermind, they got to upgrade for $3,500, right? Because then the total price would be $5,000, but now the upgrade cost is $5,000. But I will extend it to you guys for a $3,500 upgrade. If you want to do it, obviously there's payment plans, there's options. So if you want to know about that, just let me know. You can always just book a call directly with me, and we can like actually talk about it. But that's basically just a general synopsis of that. All right. Any questions so far? Because we got to do one more thing, which is I want to talk to you about the Airbnb friendly stuff. If you're good, drop a 2 in the chat if you are good. If you are good so far. Y'all following me? I know it's a lot of information in a little bit of time. Hopefully y'all follow me. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and I want to go ahead and show you. Guys some Airbnb stuff real quick. Right, so let's go ahead and share screen. Where is it? Share screen. Let's go here. All right, so first thing I want to do is actually, let's do this. Let's go to airbnb.com. So let's talk about Airbnb friendly buildings, y'all. So there's something called Airbnb friendly buildings. And some people love them. Some people, they don't really understand it. They don't like it because of it. It could be scary in a few ways, right? But let me show you how to find it real quick, and then I will show you, tell you how to use it. Okay. So if you go, number one, if you go into our Discord chat and you look under the property list channel, you'll see Airbnb friendly buildings, and it's a link. You click the link, it'll bring you directly there. That's one way. Another way you can do it is you go to Airbnb, but you have to be on the hosting side. Okay, it has to be the hosting side. So everybody, every single person, you all can create an Airbnb account, a hosting account, even if you don't get your Airbnb yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and in a chat, I'm gonna drop a link. Everybody take it and store it. Let's do Airbnb. So this is a referral link to create your Airbnb account. Airbnb referral. I should have it here somewhere. Airbnb referral link. Here we go. All right. So I would highly suggest that everybody creates an account now, so you have access to the hosting platform. I'm gonna post my my link in the chat. If I could find where the chat is, here we go. All right, there it is. So I'm gonna post my link in the chat. Use this link, and here's why you want to use it. When you use this link, when you list your first property, right, and you get your first booking, they're gonna pay you out a bonus. They're gonna pay us out a bonus. If you just go and create an account just from scratch, you don't get anything. I don't get anything, right? So it's best that we both get something, right? And then going forward, if you have friends, always tell them to use your link, because Airbnb, it always depends. It's not a certain amount. They always switch the amount, but you definitely will get something extra, right? So I just posted that in the chat. You just guys copy it. I would suggest just to go create an account. Like, you can create an account today, a hosting account, because then you could do a few things on the hosting side too. So once you are on the hosting side, right, to find an Airbnb friendly buildings, you're going to go like all the way to the bottom. And then as you can see, it says hosting, and it's under Airbnb friendly apartments. All right. So all you do is click that link, and then all of these Airbnb friendly apartments pop up. So Airbnb friendly apartments are buildings that literally partner with Airbnb. Okay. So you don't have to worry about giving a script. You don't have to worry about if they allow it, they allow it. Okay. As you go down here, you're going to see a bunch of different cities or, areas where they allow it. When you click the area, right, and you go in, it's going to show you all of the buildings that allow Airbnb. Now, when you click in the building, there's some important things that you need to see, right? And I'm going to explain this in a minute. So one is, when you come in, you want to come down here. So it's going to say how many nights you can list it on Airbnb. Now, this is one of the things that people are scared of when it comes to Airbnb friendly buildings, because they cap the amount of nights per year that you can have your unit listed. Now, most buildings allow either 90 days per year, calendar year, 120, 150, or 180. It's very rare that you'll see 210, but in some cases, you'll see 210. Okay. Now, people get scared about this because they're thinking, well, if I can only do 150 days, how would it work? I call it the Airbnb friendly place. So I need you to pay attention to this real quick. Okay. If you're going to get an Airbnb friendly building, what I suggest you do is move in mid-year. You want to move in the middle of the year. So May, June, July. Why is that? Right. Let's say if it was June of 2023, right? Let's say if it was June of 2023, and I went and got an Airbnb friendly building, and it allowed me to book for 150 days per calendar year. Basically, if I signed a 12-month lease, I got from this June to next June, right? From June 2023 to the end of the year, that's 6 months. I get 150 days. So let's say if I book out all 150 days in those 6 months, right? That's pretty good. Now, once I get over into January, now we are in a new calendar year. So Airbnb will give me another 150 days. And now I have another 6 months. Is this making sense? So now, instead of me only doing it for 150 days, now I got to do it for 300 days out the entire year. If I got my lease and I moved in January, and I booked all 150 days by June or July, now I done ran out of days, and you can't have any more bookings on Airbnb for the rest of the year. So if you're going to do the Airbnb friendly buildings, you definitely want to run the play right. We have 7 of them. They are our most profitable buildings. You just have to know how to do it. Now, there are also some buildings, like one of our buildings I'm going to show you in a few seconds, where so one of our buildings is called Central, and I'm going to go to it in a second, right? But once you become a super host, right? So first they allow 150 days, but once you become a super host, if you pay an additional fee of $400 a month, they allow you to rent it every single day. So we had it for our first year. We did 150 days per calendar year. And then when we renewed our lease, we opted into the program where we pay $400 a month. And now we get to rent it out every day. Now, some people thinking an extra $400 a month. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. Don't be scared, right? Remember, y'all, you got to always think about the payoff. You got to always think about what makes sense, right? If I paid an extra $400 a month for an apartment, right? For 12 months, I will pay 12 times 400 is $4,800, right? $4,800 extra. Now, when I paid that $4,800 extra, remember, if the building only allowed 150 days, but now I can do it the whole year, I just got access to 215 more days because there's 365 days in the year. So if I take those 215 days and I divide it by the 4,800, that means I only have to make an extra $21 per night to make that make sense. And we're in our location in Nashville, we charge $599 a night, $599 a night on the weekends in high season, and $350 a night on a weekdays in high season. We charge $99 to $150 per night on the slow season, and anywhere between $200 and $300 per night on a slow season. You will make $21 per night, so it makes sense. Okay, so that's the first scare. The second scare that people have when it comes to Airbnb friendly buildings is the percentage. They will take a percentage, but I'm just telling you guys, I will never tell you something that doesn't make sense. Okay, don't let this scare you. All right, remember, in life is not about the cost, it's about the payoff. Okay, so buildings will charge anywhere between 10% to 25%. Most buildings will charge you 25%. The two buildings that I have in Nashville, which is my favorite place to have an Airbnb, one of the buildings is called the Burnham. I'm going to show you the websites in a second. The Burnham, which is Burnham, Nashville. The other one's called Central Sobro. So that's Sentral and Sobro, right? These are Airbnb-friendly buildings in Nashville. Now, let's just say you had a regular building that's not an Airbnb-friendly building, which means they don't charge you a percentage. Let's say your rent is $1,200 a month, and every single month, after paying all of your expenses, you make $700 in profit. That is a really good unit. That is a good deal. But let's say you also have another building where you pay $2,500 a month in rent. The building takes 25%, but every single month, after paying all of your expenses, you make $1,900 a month in profits. Let me ask you a question, y'all. Would you rather have scenario one, where you're spending $1,200, but every single month you make $700 in profits, or scenario two, where you pay $2,500 a month, but every single month you make $1,900 in profit? Drop a 1 or a 2 in the chat real quick. For everybody who's joining that's in the mastermind, we will be starting a mastermind call in 5 minutes. You guys can just stay on. Let me just go ahead and finish this call with these young ladies and gentlemen. Right. It's, of course, I'm going to be honest, y'all. I don't care if the rent was $10,000. If I'm going to make $8,000 in profit, and I know based on my research that I can make $8,000, I will pay $10,000. Some people, they always say, oh, you want to go and stay with a low costing property. Why? It's not about low costing. You want to go to a property where you will make money. That's where it is. I don't care if you're paying low or high. As long as it makes sense and you're going to make money, go for that one. Okay. So in these Airbnb friendly apartments, y'all, they'll give you like, hey, see, this is the rent, right? This is about what they charge for rent. And they can say, you can choose, okay, here's how many nights per month I plan to book. So if you just hit this drop down, right, you can go ahead and say, you know what, I want to do it 17 nights. So as you see, it's going to change. So it's saying, hey, 1 bedroom is $1,390. Your potential earnings is $1,660. But now remember, y'all, whatever this number is, you're going to make a lot more than that, because this is only based on 17 nights, but they don't know that we're going to run the play. So you will make more money this, but it's going to give you a general synopsis of what you can earn. And then you can also go to any of the other buildings, right? I go into this building, everything's going to say different. Now, look, this building only allows 90 days, right? 25%. The most many nights I could put, 7 nights here, right? My earnings, $593. I'll make a little more than that, but I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I would never do a building that allows 90 or 120 days. You want to find buildings that allow 150 days or more. Okay, 150 days or more if you're gonna do the Airbnb friendly buildings. So let me go ahead and show you my two favorite Airbnb friendly buildings. First, I'm gonna start with my second favorite one, right? Which is Central. Right now, they're doing a freebie, y'all. This is something good. They're giving 1 month free, right? 1 month free. So I would definitely take this into court. Let's see what they're charging. Let's see what they are charging for rents. So you go to the rents, right? And this right here is pretty good. I would for sure go and grab one of these units. 1941, right? It's 1941. You get 1 month free. Sounds like a good deal to me. Remember, in Nashville, it's not your normal area to have an Airbnb. It's really like popular. So you want to come in, all right? Everything is not going to be perfect, but if you learn the strategies and you follow it, right? This should be good. 1941 for this apartment with a free month. I would take that deal, right? So this is one of the buildings that we have. I actually love this building more than my favorite building as far as the looks of it. But I just think you have an opportunity to make more money in the other building, which I'm going to show you right now. But that's because these, by the way, these buildings are right behind each other. Like they're literally right behind each other. So, but this one is just the more popular one that's been around for a lot longer. Okay, so the next one is called the Burnham Nashville. Let's see. Oh, what is it saying? Become a host at Burnham. Receive free rent through the end of 2023 on select units when you sign your hosting lease by 10/31, y'all. So there's another promo, right? If you sign a lease, anybody who wants to get one right away, you sign a lease, check it out. There's a promo. They do take into consideration your current income for approval, right? 3 times the rent, or it depends on the city or state.
I have it set up right now.
Yeah, make sure you have phone. Make sure you're muted.
I have
Make
my
sure you're
BP
muted.
check broken up.
Make sure you're muted. Darissa, it was you. All right. For all the people in the mastermind that are hopping on, just give me about 3 more minutes and we will get started. Let me just go ahead and finish up this call. Thank you for your patience. And yes, Marissa. So in this building, don't tell nobody I told y'all. In this building, they never check. I mean, unless they started something yesterday, they never check your you never have to show proof of income. So whatever you say, they believe. Or if you're picking up what I'm putting down, whatever you say, they believe. So just make sure when you put the number down, make sure it's 3 times the rent. Y'all got the point? Yeah, if y'all get what I'm saying, drop a 1 in the chat. Make sure you put that you make at least 3 times the rent. Okay. I had one of my mentees. I said, make sure you put a higher amount. She put 120,000, but I guess the apartment, she needs to make a little bit more. She applied. She got denied. I asked her what happened. I gave her some instructions and I said, call back. And here's what I want you to say. When she got on the phone with the person literally said, oh, yes, you got denied because you didn't meet the income requirements unless you wrote that number by mistake, unless you didn't mean to put 120, unless you meant to put 140. Like the staff literally told her that. She literally that day went, reapplied, put the 140, and she got approved. They didn't ask her any questions. This building wants to make money, okay? Y'all got that? So now, this is the rents. Let's see what they're charging right now. Let's see if there's some good prices. These are extremely good prices for this building, y'all. When I say extremely good prices for this building, okay? Extremely, okay? Extremely. I want to say this again. My rents, I have 5 units in this building. They are all $3,500 a month in rent. These buildings right now, $2,550 for a 1C, $2,800. Even if you did this, you're going to be paying $700 less than what I have right now. This is my favorite one right here. Oh my goodness. They have a 1E for $3,075. I would probably get this one or this one, right? But honestly, I would save the $500 and I would probably go here, y'all. $2,500 a month. This is really good for this. Now, the good thing about this building, y'all, keep your phone muted, y'all. Phone's muted, unless you have a question, right? The good thing about this building, great thing about this building is there's no restrictions on the amount of days per year. So you can, right from the gate, have your unit booked 365 days in a year. You don't have to pay anything extra. So with that being said, although they're charging $1,900 over there at the other building, with this being $2,500, I would probably go into this building over that other building. Just my personal preference is I would choose this building. Now, these are, like I said, I have 7 in Nashville. By no means am I telling you all that you should definitely do this or that you have to do this. I'm just telling you These are my most profitable units. So because I'm winning there, I would always, like literally always tell you guys what's working for me. Okay. What I love about Nashville is that it's the capital of country music. It's the music city. It's the capital of music. It's the honky tonk town. It is the capital of bachelorette parties. AKA people spend a lot of money. The country music awards are there. Literally, they spend money there. Okay. So let me see if y'all got any questions. Hold on 1 second. Let me go back down. All right, cool. Hey, y'all. So all mastermind members, we will be starting in just a few minutes. Let me just wrap this up. I just need about 3 more minutes. There 1B. Does that make any difference? There one bedroom, but 1 bathroom. I only have 1 bedrooms. I don't even have a 2 bedroom. Can you get one? Absolutely. But I like 1 bedrooms. And when you watch the Airbnb, when you watch the B&B accelerated course at the end, I tell you why I like 1 bedrooms. Now I do like 2 bedrooms as well now. And I'm also thinking about getting some homes, renting some homes, and making it a luxury style and just making my money all on weekends. But I explained to you why I like 1 bedroom. So all 12 units that I've ever had are all 1 bedroom units. And no, it doesn't matter. Those are all my 1 bedrooms. My 1 bedrooms are 3,500. So yep, that's that. So for all my new members, do you have any questions before we wrap this up? I do have to do my call with the mastermind students. I don't like to say students, but masterminders. Okay. So if you have any questions real quick, go ahead and shoot. And before we wrap it up.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Leah.
Yes. So you said you love the 1 bed, 1 bathrooms, personally, but you also said early, well, I don't know if you said it earlier or if I read it somewhere that the more rooms or the more beds you have for people, the better. So how does that work in a 1 bed, 1 bath?
Very good question. Let me show you. Okay. So just because you have a 1 bedroom doesn't mean you can't sleep with a lot of people. That's a mistake people make. So I like the 1 bedrooms because my 1 bedrooms compete with everybody else's 2 bedrooms. So they'll look at mine, they'll get mine a little bit cheaper because it's a 1 bedroom, but I'm still sleeping. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. A little spice there right there for y'all to see. All right, so let me just show you. I'm gonna show you one of my units. I'm gonna show you. So remember, you just gotta put beds in there. Now, see, most people you treat your units like an apartment. Your unit is not. It's not an apartment. Like this is not your. Let me rephrase that. Your unit is not where you live. Remember, it's there to make money. So you don't want to furnish it like you would furnish your house. Hey, I'm gonna put a couch in the living room. You know, like that. You can do that, but I suggest you do something a little different. So let me show you an example of one of our units. This is one of our units. This is the living room. Queen bed here, queen bed there. 2 people can sleep here, 2 people can sleep there, right? This is the bedroom. There's another 2 people. And in one of my other units, I even have a sofa. I have a sofa right against the wall that folds down into a bed, right? So yes, the more people you sleep, the more money you're gonna make. So it doesn't mean so don't confuse that with me saying the more rooms you have, the more money you make. That's not necessarily true. It's just being creative with the space that you have. So I like 1 bedrooms because all of my 1 bedrooms are 1 bedroom sleep 5 to 7 people, and it competes with people that have 2 bedrooms that sleep 5 to 7 people, right? So even though it's a slower season, would you recommend grabbing a unit for those prices? If I saw, just as just my opinion, now you just have to understand, Markeisha, you're in the mastermind, so I'm really gonna, I'll answer that for the new members so they can get a good answer before they get off. So I'll give you guys that answer, right? You got to understand this is a business, right? And in life and in business, there are seasons. Seasons come and go, right? So the only difference is if you grab it, like it's going to be way better. Like, let me say, it's a lot easier to grab it in the high season. Why? There's a lot of people traveling. There's more people traveling than units, so your units will usually get booked, right? And the slow season, it's a little challenging, right? But if you say it's worth me grabbing this low price, especially if they're giving free months. So like, I'm gonna just give you an example, right? This is what about to be November. So let's say if I come in and they give me November for free and I only got to worry about December, January, slow season. And even if I don't make $1, even if I come out of pocket $300 for both of those months, right? But I got it for $2,500 versus $3,300, I'm taking that all day personally. Right? Because I know, okay, I'm just starting. I'm gonna go through the slow season. I ain't gonna make all the money right now, but when it gets to the high season and I'm making $1,500 to $4,000 a month in profit, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with having 3 slow months to have 9 great months. You're gonna go through the slow season anyway. It's just a little bit easier when you start your Airbnb business in the high season, and right from the jump, you're making money. You're excited. Your energy is down. See, what happens is when you started in the slow season, you start to question yourself because you're like, oh my God, did I make a good choice? This month, my unit only made $100. I always say never make a permanent decision in a temporary situation. A season is exactly what it sounds like, a season, right? Summer's here for a few months. Winter's here for a few months, right? So high season, I'll tell you the months right now, and this is the last one I can answer because I do have to start this call, right? So let me give you the seasons. So let's start with where we are right now, right? So the slow season, right? The slow season really starts in September, okay? So you got September, it's usually low, but it's not bad. It's like, it's low compared to the last few months you had. So you might have been making, let's say, $1,500 a month, but then come September, you make $400 a month, but you still make profit. So September is still okay. It's just the start of the slow season, okay? Then October comes, and usually what happens is October, it shoots up. It's like September, everybody's getting back to school, getting back to work. They're like, I ain't traveling. And then October, like, man, forget this. I'm tired of work already. Let me take one more trip, right? And then for some reason, October, it goes back up. Then the scary months is November, December, and January, y'all. Those are the months that's going to make you question, did I make the right decision with Airbnb? But just remember, a season is a season. It will pass, okay? These are the months where you have to prepare. So now we teach our mentees, okay, here's how you prepare for the slow season. So something I did, so not this year, but last year, so the first time I went through slow season, like our units, some of the units for 3 months, we had to come out of pocket. And we was like, oh my God, like what do we do? And we had to make an adjustment. This is why you get mentorship, because I made mistakes. And I was like, oh, you know what? I know now in the high season, I have to start preparing for the slow season. So now the difference of what we did was in the high season, we started pricing our slow season dates a little bit lower to get them booked. Now, honestly, with all of our units, our slow seasons are already booked out. Right. So we know now we're not going to make a lot of money, but now we know we're not going to go under. Now it's like, okay, cool. We'll make 300 here, 500 here, 800 here. Cool stuff. We'll make that because we know after that we're making $2,000 to $4,000 a month in profit. Right. So these are things that you're going to learn. So now let me give you the seasons real quick. September, it starts to get slow, but you'll still make money. October, it'll shoot back up. November, December, January, it's low. You may break even. You may come out of pocket $100, $200, right? But I think if you take the teachings, I think you should be fine because I already learned through the mistake that I made, right? So we'll coach you on how to get through the slow season, so you don't have to worry about that, right? But understand, y'all, this is a business, right? When you do things, everything is not going to be perfect, and some things will take time. I remember some of our last mentees, they came in, they got their unit. At first, it was like, oh my God, it's a little bit slow. Now they're like, I made $4,000. I'm like, yeah, because it's the seasons, right? Look at Shanae come on here. Hello, listen to him. I was freaking out my first month. Now I got a little taste of profits and I want more, right? Slow season won't discourage me. See? Yes, y'all. So trust me, y'all. There's a reason why I have the units where I have it. And there's a reason why, honestly, for me, this is just me because it's about making money. At first I was like, I want to have an Airbnb everywhere. Now I'm like, I want to make some money. Okay, so that's why my daughter keeps calling me. Let me just answer her for a second because you gotta stop. Paige, I know I'm always on a meeting, but you always call me when I'm on a meeting. So I'm on a meeting. Are you going to sleep? Huh? All right. What happened? Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm on my meeting. You can talk to me in the meeting, people. Go ahead. What happened? What do you want? You gonna tell me? All right. Hi. Good night, y'all. All right. So I'll wake up. I'm gonna wake up early in the morning, so you can just call me in the morning, okay? All right. Good night. My daughter calls me for like one reason. It always involves money. Let me stop. All right. So as we wrap it up, September, October, right? I already talked about that. November, December, January, those are slow months. February is the transition month. That's where you're transitioning from low season to high season. So it's like a sense of relief. You're like, oh my goodness, I just made $700. You're like, hype, right? Because you're like, this last month, I only made the last 2 months, I made $250. I made $300. And then March, April, May, June, July, August, it is party time, ladies and gentlemen. Like once it hit March, they are booking out the whole summer. Your bookings start coming in, money starts rolling in, profits are going up, and life is incredible. Okay. So that's what it looks like. Does that make sense? All my new members, does that make sense? Does that make sense, y'all? So for all the new members, that is the end of the kickoff call. I will stop this recording, and after I will post the recording in the chat. I know I did start it off late, but I do have old recordings too, which will give you the basics of the same exact thing from the beginning. Okay. If any of you are interested in the mastermind, if you are interested in a mastermind, based on the things that I said, and you want to take advantage of the promo, what I'll do is I'll just real quick, because I'm running out of time, just go ahead and grab my number from this chat and shoot me a text, tell me your name, and just say mastermind, and then I'll shoot you a message back. That is my cell phone. I'll shoot you a message back, and we'll set up a time to get on the phone and just kind of like talk a little bit about if the mastermind is better for you. Whatever money you put here, obviously it'll go towards the mastermind group. All right, y'all. So have a great night for all of well, just definitely listen to Shanae, because Shanae is telling y'all something right now. She said, follow the method, guys, and be patient. It will work. That is words from Shanae. Y'all better listen to Shanae. She a bad member, Gemma. All right. So everybody else, if you are not a mastermind member, you can go ahead and hop off. Let me go ahead and stop this recording.